Obeah man in Jamaica, man's quest to delineate practices of the centuries. For hundreds of years, man has peered into the strangest of places for answers to some of the strangest experiences they have learned of, or even encountered themselves. When the medical doctors failed to cure with needles and pills, men sought after bush doctors. The power of Obeah has been known to protect the fisherman at sea, help the farmer to experience a greater yield from his crops, make the corner shop man's business more profitable, help a woman to get the promotion she desired, help the man's boss give him a raise, help people find love, or even help the lawyer win that difficult case. Occult powers have been known to control both the living and the dead. The words Obeah, spiritism, occult, Satanism, voodoo, black magic, witchcraft, or necromancy have been known to evoke feelings of fear, mystery, curiosity, and even terror. Most of these feelings are owed to lack of information, created myths and misconceptions, as persons failing to dig deep for information, for truth, resort to their own opinions or suspicions, which sometimes transform into common beliefs and practices, later becoming accepted realities. What is Obeah definition as a Caribbean island? Many of us are familiar with the word Obeah, pronounced Obeah or Obeah. Obeah is a system of spiritual cleansing and justice-making practices developed among enslaved West Africans in the West Indies. It is considered to be a form of black magic. Obeah does rely heavily on the existence of the supernatural. Obeah can be equated to other African diaspora religions, such as Palo, Haitian voodoo, Santeria, and hoodoo, in that it includes communication with ancestors and spirits, and cleansing rituals. It is believed that what constitutes Obeah in Jamaica has been constructed by white society, particularly law enforcement. Therefore, different Afro-Caribbean communities use their own definition for the practice, such as spell casting, among the Jamaican Windward Maroons. Many persons fail to realize or acknowledge the power and persistence of Obeah in Jamaica and the wider Caribbean. Obeah, its origin. Obeah was brought to the Caribbean centuries ago by African slaves, and has thrived, enhanced by superstitions prevalent among the Scottish and Irish, spiced with Christian rituals, and enriched by the expert knowledge of herbs and spices contributed by the Carib Indians. Interesting to note is the fact that there are some aspects of these folk religions that have survived through the coming together of different religions, cultures, or schools of thought, with Christian symbolism and practices introduced by colonials from Europe, and even slave owners. Most plantation owners believed in the power Obeah had over their slaves, as the practice of Obeah and black magic helped them in maintaining order in the camp. Obeah, a popular practice. Obeah is a practice sought after and practiced by individuals within their own privacy. Obeah is technically illegal on most islands. Therefore, it is a practice kept silent, not spoken about in the public domain. People who practice Obeah live in seclusion in the bushes or in the country areas, away from the law. Their services are in demand by the rich, the poor, the black, and the white. Obeah practices are not restricted to any class, racial group, or educational background. Of course, everyone wants peace of mind and will go to the end of the earth to find it, and will obtain it at any cost. Obeah is considered a popular practice in Jamaica and can be found predominantly in St. James, St. Elizabeth, St. Thomas, St. Elizabeth, and St. Mary. In fact, speaking of St. Mary, it is said that finding an Obeah man is very easy in the hills of St. Mary. Persons living in St. Mary point out a property that is surrounded by an old rotten metal fence, painted in blue and yellow. This location is not exclusive. The man in his 60s, known as Judge, refers to himself as an Obeah man. He says he is not a science man. He says he is blessed with the gift of seeing into the future. He is very proud of his gift, speaks very openly about it, as he says he has nothing to hide. He administers help from the openness of his veranda. He claims to possess the ability to solve all kinds of problems, from removing curse to curing illnesses. Obeah outlawed in Jamaica. Obeah has been outlawed in Jamaica since 1760, over 200 years ago. So Judge and others like him are technically breaking the law. However, it has been decades since anyone was convicted. Some politicians argue that if it is right to rescind punishments such as flogging with a wooden switch and whipping with a cat o' nine tails, the whole law should be repealed. Mr. Tom Tavares Vinson, senator and lawyer expressed that Jamaica needs to get rid of the Obeah Act. The Jamaican government is open to giving this some consideration. For hundreds of years, Jamaicans have been prevented by law from practicing Obeah, a belief system with similarities to Haiti's voodoo. Now, influencers of the law believe they have a chance to overturn the law. Until recently, the practice of Obeah was punishable by flogging or imprisonment, among other penalties. The government recently abolished such colonial-era punishments, prompting calls for a decriminalization of Obeah to follow. However, Jamaica is a highly religious country. Christianity dominates nearly every aspect of life, and it is practiced everywhere from small, wooden meeting halls through to large churches with congregations with population exceeding the thousands. Jamaica is famous for the highest ratio of churches to people in the world. Therefore, the proposal to decriminalize what many Christians regard as black magic, a scam, or even evil, is a very controversial subject. Types of Obeah practiced in the Caribbean. However, different types of Obeah are practiced in the Bahamas, Barbados, Belize, Dominica, Grenada, Guyana, Jamaica, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Suriname, Trinidad and Tobago, and the Virgin Islands, as well as in Nigeria. Obeah, the black magic of the Caribbean. Obeah is considered the black magic of the Caribbean, and people have turned to Obeah for solutions in their day-to-day affairs. Popular in Jamaica, an individual may want a promotion, another individual may want a spell to make him or her irresistible, an individual may want to see his friend or competitor's business go under, or a woman may want to protect her newborn from evil or demonic spirits. You will visit someone's house and see a newborn with a red string tied to its hand or a red band around its head with a Bible open above the bed. You will see another individual wearing a ring, or a necklace or a wristband for protection and peace of mind. Obeah is also associated with our national heroes and is proof that it's embedded in our heritage as a people, and is probably one of the many reasons many of our Jamaicans and Caribbean nationals hold to it so dear. The word Obeah dates back as far as the 18th century in connection with Nanny of the Maroons. Nanny was well known for her spiritual powers. She is said to have used her Obeah powers to kill British soldiers in Nanny's pot, a boiling pot without a flame that she would use to quickly provide food for her hungry soldiers. It is said that soldiers would lean into it and fall in. It was also used to catch British bullets and either fire them back or attack the soldiers with a machete. Though not many individuals believe in the practice of Obeah in the cities, those who practice it have to come or send to Kingston to purchase the lotions, potions, candles and whatever products needed to resolve their issues. Obeah, the black magic of the Caribbean. The operator of a drugstore in downtown Kingston has most of the popular goods that are needed by these Obeah men, from soaps, sprays, candles and potions, with the claim to either attract a new lover or get rid of an existing one or prevent an existing one from leaving. The Obeah man sends their clients with a list, and the owner of the drugstores fills the orders as would a pharmacist a prescription. Spiritualism swept the English-speaking nations in the mid-19th century, appealing to those in the Afro-Caribbean diaspora, gaining prominence in Jamaica, as spirit contact, especially with the dead, became an essential part of many African religions. Spiritualism and Spiritism. Spiritualism is a movement based on the belief that departed souls can interact with the living. Spiritualists seek to contact the dead, usually through the assistance of a medium, a person believed to have the ability to contact spirits directly. The journey of Spiritism. Spiritism includes reincarnation and the archaic mediumistic methods of American, occult spiritualism, of the Fox sisters, but is more Christian than the American. Spiritism spread from France to Cuba and Brazil, where in some instances it blended with Cuban and Brazilian African traditions. Spiritualists believe in the possibility of communication with the spirits of dead people, whom they regard as discarnate humans. They believe that spirit mediums are gifted to carry on such communication, but that anyone may become a medium through study and practice. Spiritual societies are present in Jamaica, however, not as accessible as the common Obeah man. Are you searching for answers to some of your biggest questions about life? Are you searching for that purpose in your life and the reasons for life's many inequalities, unfairness, disappointments, suffering and pain? Your search is over. The Zion Society and Spiritual Practices. Zionism recognizes magic and spiritual root work as another important field of mastery, like medicine, architecture, or law. In the Zion Society, heavy emphasis is placed on using magic to compel the assistance of divine powers, steering you into the right path to prosperity, taking control of your life with focus on critical areas such as 1. Restoration of your physical well-being. 2. Wealth creation and restoration of wealth. 3. Creation of business opportunities. 4. Removal of negative evil forces from your life. 5. Spiritual protection and power. 6. Job security. 7. Relationship and marriage success. 8. Healthy state. 9. Overcoming depression. 10. Securing jobs and gaining control in your work environment. 11. Overcoming fears and insecurities. Join the ranks of those who have harnessed the extraordinary powers of the occult. Contact Professor Michael Obeah today and embrace the magic within you. Call now for a consultation. Call 1-876-313-8777 or WhatsApp 1-876-339-8826. Visit our website www.professorabbah.org. Professor Michael Obeah, where the mystical meets the miraculous.